In this video, we are going to discuss about another type of data type that is in Python, and the name of that data type is set. So set is basically a data type consisting of collection of unordered elements. That means set contains of collection of unordered elements. These elements can be of any data type as sets, unlike array, and are not type specific. That means set is not type specific. Sets are mutable also. That means we can change it and do not have repeated copies of element. Also, the values of a set are unindexed. That means indexing operations cannot be performed on set because set are unindexed. Now, how can simply we say that, how can we declare a particular set? Then we can do it like this: set is equals to, let's say 1, and it is unordered and it can have any data type. Elements can have any data type, so we can give here string also, and we can give here float values also. This is particularly declaration of set, and you can print it with the help of like this print set. So this will print you all the elements. Now, a set as a whole is mutable, but elements of the set are not. You can change this particular set as a whole, but not the particular elements. Now, let us see that we have seen that how can we create a particular set. So firstly, with the help of using curly braces, we can do that. Also, we can use a set function. In Python, there is also a function called set. So this is one method to create a set, and the other method is using the set function. So using the set function also you can do that. And how can you do that? For example, x, if you name your set as, and then you give there as a set function you use, and there you give this all elements which you have given. And if you write here print x, then as you execute this particular cell, it will print you the in the output, it will print you all the elements of the particular set. You can also create an empty set also with the following set function. By not giving this in the parameter, you can create an empty set also. Next, we come to the set of operations which can be performed on a particular set. So you can perform the operations on a set by first operation which you can perform is finding the length. To find the length of the set, how can you do that? This function takes the name as the set parameter and returns the integer value which is equals to the number of elements present in the set. For example, if we take this following set only and use the length function. So how can we do that? To find the length of set x, and you can enclose it within the print. So it will return you in the output 3, that there are 3 elements in the set. So the length of the particular set is 3. Next, we have already discussed that it is unindexed. That means you cannot assess the values with help of indexing. So then how can we assess the elements of set? Now, as we have studied about loops and we have studied about for loop, so with the help of loop, we can actually go through and assess the elements of itself. So for assessing the elements, we use loop. Now, if I want to print and assess this element, how can I do that? With the help of for loop. So what I will write, for x in set print x. So this is going to print all the elements which are there in the set, and if the order is different, so it is already unordered, so there is no need to think about it, and elements are unordered, so it will actually arrange you. While assessing the elements, it will arrange the elements. You can add the elements to the set also, or you can say update the elements also, and for that you can simply use the particular functions, that is dot add for adding the elements to a set, and dot update to update the elements of the set. For example, if you want to add in a particular set, then how can you do that? If I want to add in this particular set only, then I will write as that x dot add, and you can write the element which you want to add. For example, I want to add 34 to this particular set, and you can print the set again, that is print x, and you can see that it will be changed and another element will be added. Next, if you want to update, is used when you want to add more than one element to the existing set. If you want to add more than one element, then you can use the update function. So what you have to do is simply write x.update and more than one elements, then enclose them within the square brackets, and for example you want to do like this, and these elements will be added and it will be updated. For removing, you can simply use the remove function, or there is discard also and pop function, but all of them perform the same operations only. So we will use the remove function, that x.remove, and then you have to simply give which element you want to remove. For example, I want to remove 2.7. So x.remove 2.7, and then you can print the set, so it will give you the remaining elements. So these are the functions which are majorly used in set. So let us execute a small program and see the working of it. So let us firstly create a set. So here you can see that I have firstly initialized a set, and next I want to print this. So I will simply write that print s. And as I execute this particular set of code, it prints all the elements which are there in the set. Now if I want to assess the elements of set, then how can I do that? But firstly, let us use the length function to calculate, check the length of the set. So what we do is length s. So I will change it from here. And enclose this within the print only. And then I will execute this cell, then it returns me 4, because the number of elements which are there in this particular set name S are 4. That is 1, 2.4, ABC and 56. These are the elements which are there in set. Next we come to assessing the elements of set, that how can we assess the elements of set, printing the individual elements. So for that we use the for loop. I have told you that with the help of loops we can traverse the elements of the set. So let us write that for x in s print x. As I execute this particular set, here you can see in the output that the order is different than the order of elements that is applied to the set. This is because of the elements are not ordered in the set. So this is the ordered output which is given with the help of traversing. Next, if I want to add the elements to the set, for that we have studied that you can use the functions add, and for adding multiple elements we use update. So let us add a particular element first and print the set again. So for adding, what we have to do is s.add. Firstly I am adding a single element. So if I am adding x, y, z as an element to this set, and next I am going to print this set again. And as I execute this cell, so here you can see x, y, z is also added to this particular set. Here you can see x, y, z is added to this particular set, and it is ordered also, because set are originally unordered elements, so it has been ordered. Next, if I want to add multiple elements, then how can I do that? For that we use the update function. If I want to update in this particular set, I want to add a few more numbers, to add more than one elements in the set, then we use the update function. So s.update, and there in square brackets I am going to give the numbers which I want to update. So these are the numbers which I am updating in this set S, and then I am printing the set S again. So print S. And as I execute this set, you can see here that the elements have been added to the particular set which I have been given for updating. Lastly, we have also added 25 also, so it has kept on that because it is mutable in nature, it is not immutable. So it keeps on the changes. Next, we have studied for removing the elements also, that how can I do that. For removing elements, what we have to do, this is the current set which we are having. Now next, if I want to remove the elements, for that we simply use the remove function, or we can use the pop and discard functions also. They all perform the same thing. So I am here using the remove function, and if I want to remove ABC from the particular set, so this is the set which was lastly there in output, and if we are removing ABC from this set, then what is going to happen? So as I execute this cell, here you can see that ABC is removed, and now the elements which are there in the set are 56, 1 and 2.4 only. That is all the integer and the float values which are there. For that we use the remove. Now we also have a clear function also in the set, and if we use that clear function and print the set, then what it does, it clears, it eliminates all the elements from the set. So let us execute that also, s dot clear. Now you can see it returns us a blank set, that there is no elements in the set and it is an empty set. That is what it is showing. You can also use the del keyword for if you want to completely delete the set. So it will completely delete your set for while you use the del keyword. So these are the basic operations which can be performed on the set and the data type, set data type in Python.